So I would have liked to see something that was not a halter. This is what I've been asking for. We're getting a little bit of a Clydesdale moment. This is the active dress of my dreams, and Buffbunny is now bringing it back in so many colors. Buffbunny bodysuits are slowly winning me over every launch. And the last piece is the cutest little bag I've ever seen. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have a little Buffbunny launch. It seems that Buffbunny is transitioning into doing kind of slightly smaller launches instead of the huge launches like we had last month. And honestly, I'm here for it. It's so much less overwhelming, and today is the one more launch. This is launching on Saturday, February 22nd at the usual 1 p.m. Central Time. And as always, you can use my code Kathryn for 10% off. And while this launch is small, I feel like they just focused on the best pieces. We have 3 fabrics today that I absolutely love. And if this launch is any indication of the direction that Buffbunny is going this year, I am here for it. They're bringing back our favorites. We have more coverage, more supportive bras. We still have really cute pieces and very fun colors, but it's giving functional. Like, I've worked out in most of these pieces and no issues at all. Felt like the fabrics were durable, the pieces were supportive, I wasn't falling out. We have a good amount of returning favorites today, including my bend and snap dress that was in my best of 2024 video. This is the dress I worked on last year with my collab with Buffbunny, but there are a couple of new pieces as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with the launch colors, this launch is definitely focused on like bright bluish purples with a pop of yellow, which I am very here for because I kind of had this going in my collab last year. We had the lavender haze with the afterglow yellow. And what I love about this collection is you can get one of the new purple bottoms and pair it with an existing yellow top that you already have and love. Like, this is the candy wrap in candlelight yellow from a little bit ago. If you have bras from my launch in the afterglow yellow, they pair really well too. So I'm loving the mixing and matching, but let's go over the colors. We have just plain white. There's lunar blue, which I don't have, but it's like a deep purpley blue. Shadow berry, which is this nice deep purple with kind of grayish undertones. Sunbeam, which is this gorgeous bright yellow. I love this so much. It's almost like in between candlelight yellow and afterglow, so it's just perfect. We have Anchor, which is more of a gray but kind of purplish undertones. Azul, which is the brightest of the purpley blues. Vapor, which is a lighter grayish purple. This is actually a repeat color, actually from the same launch as Candlelight. I forget exactly which launch this is, but again, another opportunity to mix and match colors you already have. And then Onyx Black, and we also have Bossy print coming back in the Azul colorway. This feels very inspired by the lavender bossy print that we saw in Swim a long time ago. Everyone wanted this in leggings form, and now we have it. All right, next let's get into squat tests. Also, let me know if you like the squat tests after the item that we're talking about, or if you like them just all together how I normally put them. I've done a little mix of both, but let me know what your preference is. And we'll be separating the pieces by fabric this time. Normally I do leggings, sports bras, but the way that they kind of were structuring the launch was based on fabrics, so I figured we'd do that. So we're going to be starting out with Nubre, and if you guys tried Nubre in the past year or so, I'd say like April last year until the end, it was a little bit thinner and not quite as compressive as usual. But starting with the last launch, we now have Nubre back to its original feel. So it's got like a medium compression, hugs your body in all the right ways. It's still super soft and stretchy, but it just gives you a little bit of hold, a little bit more lift. I'm all here for Nubre being back to what it was. So the Nubre pieces are all pieces we've seen before. So we're just gonna kind of go over the pieces briefly. And this is actually an old color, but it goes very well. This is the Bloom sports bra. Really glad to see Miss Bloom coming back so often recently. This is an amazing option for the BTC. So my larger busted girlies, this bra just never fails. I wear a size small. It's very true to size. It's a full coverage medium support bra. We have these nice tank straps, and they split into slightly skinnier straps in the back and then curve nicely around the lats. There's a little ruched detail. Oh, Peach. If you guys have been following my Instagram stories, Miss Peach is currently a little bit sick. She hasn't been to the vet in like 5 days, which is good because I was going every single day for like 4 days straight and crying a lot about my girl. But she's doing a little bit better every day. We're not entirely sure what's wrong. We think it's IBS, IBD. We think it's inflammatory bowel disease, but we kind of have to give her her new diet and figure it out. So figured you guys would want to know about the Peach updates because she really is the best part of this channel. Anyways, we have that sweetheart neckline, the ruche front detailing, and this is a long line sports bra, so it goes down on the rib cage a little bit. And Bloom is just one of my favorite bras. A great great combination of supportive and great coverage, but it's not like a high neck or anything. It just gives what we need it to give. So that's blue. The Revolution sports bra is also back. This is another Nubre fabric bra. I also find this one to be true to size. This is another classic Buffbunny bra, except this one's a little bit more for smaller busts. Larger busts can definitely work in this one, but if you're a little bit more top heavy with your bust, you may find yourself spilling out of this one a little bit. This one isn't personally my favorite Buffbunny bra, but it is super flattering. We have this squared neckline, removable cups, tank straps, super cute strappy back. This one's also long line. This one is more of a medium coverage. It gives a really good armpit coverage, but you just have a little scoop to the neckline and more of a light to medium support. This one's coming in a lot of the fun colors. Another classic, the Legacy leggings are back. These are a classic Buffbunny legging. These are an ultra high rise. Personally, I've been preferring slightly lower. The rest of the leggings today are more of a high rise. This is ultra high. So we have a double thickness waistband, no front seam, slightly extended gusset. The classic tri-seam detail. The new versions of the Legacy legging do have a tonal silicone logo. This is the old Vapor, so it has the old reflective logo. This one does not have any sort of scrunch or anything, just very classic in the back. Still nice medium to high on the booty scale because these seams do curve nicely around the glutes. There's a seam down the side that splits at the bottom, and these are a 26-inch inseam. With the Nubre that is back to the original feel, it's more of a medium compression. I do find Nubre also in the classic feel to have a little bit more cellulite coverage as well. It's not full coverage, but you just get a little bit more hold. And keep in mind, if you do get this in the bossy print, the prints tend to run just a little bit more on the compressive side. Not that it would make me size up, but it just gives a teeny bit more compression. And lastly, we have some Legacy shorts. So we have Legacy 4-inch shorts and 6-inch. This is the new Azul bossy print. So the Legacy 6-inch shorts, these are a high rise. They're about an inch lower in rise than the leggings. So they hit right at my natural waist. Double thickness waistband with no top band, no front seam of course, and then we do have that slightly extended gusset. I always get to the 6-inch inseam. That's my preferred inseam. The 4-inch, she's just a little bit too short. We also have a nice wide thigh opening that has a lot of give to it, so you really don't get any cutting into the thighs. Very thick thigh friendly. Tri-seam detail on the back on the shorts because the waistband is a little bit shorter. They're a little bit smaller in the spacing. Medium to high on the booty scale. A classic Buffbunny short. I'm always reaching for these. They never budge for me, and I like that we're getting this fun bossy print, these fun bright colors so early in the year. Super quick on the Legacy 4-inch shorts. These do have that same 9-inch rise. These are an old pair of bossy print 4-inch shorts. I have not gotten an updated pair of 4-inch in quite some time because I just don't wear them. Same details as the 6-inch. They are thick thigh friendly in that they don't really squish my thighs, but they do roll on me because they're just a little bit too short for me. All right, next fabric category, we have Poshknit. So I would describe Poshknit as like a almost more velvety feeling Nubre. If you like Nubre, you'll love the Poshknit. Now that the fabrics have kind of become what they're supposed to become, with Nubre being back to being kind of medium compression, Poshknit is more light to medium compression depending on how it fits you. Obviously, if it's a little smaller, then it's going to be a little bit more snug, but I love the Poshknit. I've had my Poshknit pieces for months now, and unlike the butter fabric, which also had a really soft feel, I've had zero pilling issues with the Poshknit. So she's durable. I'm confident that I can wear this to the gym and it's not going to be a problem. We will start off with the Scrunch Poshknit sports bra. So kind of a similar neckline to the Bloom sports bra, except she's a halter. Do I love that it's a halter? No, but this one still did work pretty well. So we have that sweetheart neckline, we have the ruche front detailing, and this one is a short line sports bra with an inverted V along the waistline. So it's very flattering in the upper ab region. We do have removable cut pads. There's a little contour seam that goes around the outside of the bust there. And then she is a halter, so very open in the back. This one is a new piece, so let's try her on. All right, here is the Scrunch Poshknit sports bra. I have also worn this to the gym already. This launch was great. We got everything with so much time in advance. I was able to wear everything I wanted to the gym, and I just can confirm that everything just worked beautifully. But anyways, I did not fall out of this one at all. I'd give this one actually a medium to full coverage. It is a short line, but it angles down a little bit to give you a little bit of extra coverage there. Just kind of peaks up in the center torso area. I love an inverted V hem on things. I just find it super flattering. There is a little tiny elastic at the bottom just to keep everything secure. I didn't have any issues falling out the bottom. The coverage on the top, we get a little peep of cleavage, but I'm not spilling out of it. And you have full armpit side boob coverage. Honestly, medium medium to medium full coverage depending on your bust size. I would consider this BTC friendly. I had some other girls in the little Buffbunny chat with even larger busts also loving this bra, as opposed to all the halters last year, which were itty bitty. This one definitely has more coverage. So we have a little V neckline, the little ruched detail. We do have that halter strap. It's a slightly thicker halter strap, so it really is not causing too much tension on my neck, but it still is a halter. And then the bottom band kind of tapers a little bit in the back. And then you have the silicone logo. Obviously the halter sports bras are super cute for back day, but I am kind of done with halter sports bras. They're not something I would like choose if I had a choice. We just don't really have a lot of bras in this collection. So I would have liked to see something that was not a halter. The support is pretty good, solid medium. And then you have that little contour seam on the side there. So I really like the sports bra, just wish it wasn't a halter, but nice little pop of color with the yellow. There are so many launches coming up and videos that I thought I would be ready to film already that I ran out of hangers. So we're just holding this one up. So we have that Poshknit fabric in the classic Buffbunny flare shape. These are a high rise. They have a soft V front. The waistband is tapered with no top band, no front seam as usual. We also have a slightly extended gusset. We do have a seam down the side as well. The glute seams are a nice soft V in the back. And then I thought these were going to have a hidden scrunch. Mine do not have an elastic up the back rise. My PDF says that there should be one, but sometimes the PDF is wrong. So I'll put a little note on the screen what it turns out to be, but mine do not have anything up the back rise. They're just very simple in the back. I would say these are most similar in structure to the Dream Heather flares. I'll insert a side by side, but they have that same 9-inch high rise on the size small. They both have the delicate style seams with a little V in the back. They both have the extended gusset. The only difference is that the Poshknit obviously is a different fabric and mine does not have that elastic up the back rise that the Dream Heather flares did. So let's try these on. Okay, here are the Poshknit flares. They're a little bit snug on the waist. I'm feeling like a lot of the things that I'm feeling in these are very similar to the aggressive scrunch flares, except for the fact that they don't have a scrunch in the back and they're not causing me camel toe. But other than that, they have a similar pretty tapered waist, except the Poshknit is a little bit more compressive than the butter fabric. So these definitely could cut in a little bit at the top, even though they have no top band. So if you're in between or you're worried about the waist, go with the size up. These have a nice subtle V in the waist, no front seam, not getting any crotch tension or anything. I love how these fit. Other than that, the gusset is not visible from the front. We do have a seam up the side, pretty typical with flares. And then the seams go above the glutes in the back, similar to the Dream Heathers that we'll see a little bit more on the medium to longer glute friendly side. I've been considering adding short versus long glute friendly as well as gusset shape in my end of item notes. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I can like start adding that into every review. One other thing about the inseams, these have the same inseam lengths as the aggressive scrunch flares. They're a little bit on the longer side. So short is 32, regular is 34, and tall is 36. So sometimes tall is 34. They're definitely on the longer side. So we'll see that in a second. Anyways, I confirmed with other people that there's no scrunch up the back rise. So that was just a mistake on the notes. So these are just very simple in the back, still very flattering on the glutes, medium to high on the booty scale. You get a little bit of cellulite coverage with Poshknit, but not a ton, so stick with darker colors if that's a concern for you. Overall compression is also is light to medium, kind of depending on how it fits. And one other thing I will say is that I think that the Poshknit is a little bit more pet fur friendly than Nubre. Sometimes Nubre can really hold on to pet fur. I feel like with how velvety smooth Poshknit is, it doesn't hold on quite as much, but it's still not a pet fur friendly fabric. It's not like a sleek performance where it can just brush off. So just compared to Nubre. And let's check out the bottom of these. Like I said, these are 36-inch inseam, so they're on the floor for me, which is a little bit tall. I'll put on my slippers. So with the shoe, these are fine. Just kind of keep in mind that inseam. I feel like the aggressive scrunch flares, they were the same length, but they fit just a little bit shorter because the scrunch pulled more fabric up. Without the scrunch, these are feeling a little bit longer. And like the aggressive scrunch flares, these do skim the calves a little bit. So for my thick calf friendly girlies, we're getting a little bit of a Clydesdale moment. It's not horrible, but I wish that the calf was opened up a little bit. It's funny because I think I remember trying on a sample of these to test it with the calves, because Buffbunny often has me test the flares to make sure they're good on the calves, and I feel like I tested these. So I'm a little bummed to see that we are getting a bit of a Clydesdale moment. For me, they're still wearable, but I would have preferred them to be opened a little bit more. Other than that, we have a nice dramatic kind of bell-bottomy flare, typical with Buffbunny flares. So overall, I really wanted to love these, but there are a couple little fit modifications for me. Waist is just a little bit too tight and could be loosened up on the calves a little bit. I'm also not so sure why we keep doing longer and longer lengths for the flares, because these are definitely a little bit on the long side for me. All right, next up and last for the Poshknit pieces, we have the Poshknit bodysuit. And let me just say that Buffbunny has been slowly winning me over with their bodysuits. Every single one fits me a little bit better, and this one is my favorite so far. And it's my favorite for a few reasons, but the main reason is we finally have a bodysuit where they decided to put in a full shelf bra. This is what I've been asking for. I don't know why they never put this in any of the bodysuits, but we are actually getting some support. And this one is probably the best larger cup size friendly bodysuit so far. Anyways, she's made of that Poshknit fabric. We have a slight V neckline with these thin elasticated straps. The straps are also adjustable. It's very plain in the front, so not a lot going on. Usually I like a little bit of something to kind of break up just the line of my torso in the front, but this one fit me so well that I didn't really care too much. No seams in the front at all. We also have a slightly extended gusset. This one is meant to be a 27-inch inseam. I measured like 26.5, but it is a full-length bodysuit. And in the back, you have this little twist detail with this keyhole cutout. And part of the reason why I love this bodysuit so much is the waist is snatched. And in so many other activewear brands, whenever I wear an active dress or a jumpsuit or anything like that, it's gaping so much at my lower back or just like the waist area in general, and I don't want to size down. So for my girlies who struggle with the gaping, the Buffbunny bodysuits, they just have you covered. I do not get any gaping in these. More details in the back. We have some seams that curve around the glutes. Even though it has a cutout, this one isn't like a low scooping back or anything, so you're at no risk of showing your underwear. And this one does have that elastic up the back rise of the jumpsuit, so you do get a little glute contour moment. I like to call this a hidden scrunch. It just kind of separates the cheeks a little bit. And a quick comparison of the new Poshknit bodysuit to the Shapeshifter bodysuit. This launched in the last collection. This is also in the Poshknit fabric. The Shapeshifter was also really nice for my long torso. They're very similar in length from the neckline to the gusset. The Shapeshifter also had good room in the bust, but it only has removable cups. It does not have a full separated shelf liner with an elastic in the underbust, so it doesn't give quite as much support. It's more just like compression. The Shapeshifter also has a triangle gusset instead of a slightly extended gusset like the new Poshknit bodysuit. Shapeshifter also has all of those little mesh panels to give you some waist compression, some compression around the thighs and everything that the new bodysuit does not have. And finally, the Shapeshifter has a fully closed back and the Poshknit has a slightly open back. I'd say between the two, the one thing I like about the Shapeshifter is that it has that mesh panel in the front, but with how snatched the waist was on this, I felt like I was still getting some hold in the tummy area. I prefer that the new jumpsuit has the shelf liner, the slightly open back. It's a little bit more tapered in the waist, and we have the hidden scrunch without the monkey butt contour seams. They're pretty subtle on the Shapeshifter, but I just prefer this one slightly more. So let's try it on. Okay, this is the Poshknit bodysuit, and this truly fits me so well. I love all the little adjustments and things they've been adding to the bodysuits. First of all, she's long torso friendly. I wore this to solid core, and solid core is a lot of like leaning over and things. I never felt like I had to pull it up every 2 seconds like some bodysuits. So she's long torso friendly, but I also know some other girlies like Teresa wearing this who have a short torso. They also love this bodysuit, but it's definitely more for if you have a smaller waist that you like to be snatched and you also have a larger bust, because this has a little more room up top. So anyways, here's the top. We have a full shelf liner with removable cups. We have that V neckline. The straps are fully adjustable in the back. The front is very plain. There's no tummy control or anything, but the way that it's shaped, you do get more compression along the waist. So you're not getting lower tummy control, but the Poshknit does have about a medium compression in this bodysuit. We have no tension in the crotch area, no camel, even though we do have a scrunch in the back. It is a little bit plain in the front. I would have maybe liked something to break it up a little bit, but I still love the fit of this. And then we go to the back. First of all, we have like an open back, and it's just so flattering. I love this little twist detail here. It's right along where the bra band is, so really just cinches in that bra area. The straps are not too tight on my traps, even though I've adjusted them quite a bit. And then it's super flattering on the glutes. It goes up to the mid back, so you're not risking showing your underwear or anything. My underwear is like way down here, but we have those flattering seams and the hidden scrunch. So it goes between the cheeks, solid medium to high in the booty scale. This is probably the most flattering back of a bodysuit they've done yet. All right, just showing a little more here. A little bit of cellulite coverage in the Poshknit because it does have a little bit of a thicker fabric than the butter per se. And then we do a full length view. I bet I can stretch these down a little bit more, but I'll put the inseam at the end. I believe it's a 26-inch inseam. In terms of sizing, I think this fits perfectly. It's definitely a little bit snug over my hips to get it on, but once it's on, it's perfect. So I would stick true to size, but if you're in between, I would size up. But yeah, Buffbunny bodysuits are slowly winning me over every launch, and I just love this one. In the last of the main fabric categories, we have Dream Heather. First up is the Twilight Dream Heather sports bra. This is not it. This is the OG Twilight sports bra that launched in Sugar Rush in like 2022. So quite a while ago, but for my BTC girlies, this bra was very well loved. And now this bra is going to be back in the Dream Heather fabric. Quick close up on the Dream Heather. This is going to be your ultra soft marled fabric. It's got that little heathering quality to it. Very soft and stretchy. We have seen Dream Heather a couple times, except it has changed slightly. The first time I feel like it was just a little bit too stiff. It has softened up a little bit, so there's just a little bit more stretch to it, but it's not a huge change. So the sports bra is slightly changed, but all of the Twilight Dream Heather sports bras are delayed, so I didn't get to include it in the review. But we have this Sweetheart neckline. If you like the OG Rosa bra, but maybe even a little bit more coverage, you will love the Twilight sports bra. This is definitely a larger bust friendly option. Full coverage and pretty good support as well. I think the support may be a little bit less on the Dream Heather, but I'm anticipating medium to high. We have tank straps that split into two more straps and crisscross in the back, again, kind of similar to Rosa. It is long line, and I will just do a quick try on because we haven't seen this bra in a while, but I have been told that the updated Dream Heather is much more true to size. This one ran a little bit small before. It's kind of a struggle to get in and out of it. Everyone who's tried the new Twilight Dream Heather sports bra said to not size up, to stick to your normal sports bra size. So let's try it on. Okay, here is the Twilight bra, not the Dream Heather version. If I get the Dream Heather one before the launch, I probably won't get it in time to put in this review. So check my Instagram story for updates. But anyways, full coverage. We have full side boob coverage, full coverage on top without being high neck, little V neckline. We're compressed, we're supported. I'm getting like, I actually would be able to run in this bra. It's like a solid medium to high support. It's not the highest of the high, but personally, I could definitely run in this bra. We have a little seam here that separates the little long line portion. There's no band or anything at the bottom of the long line area. Tank straps. Then we have crisscrossing in the back. This one cuts into the lats a little bit. I assume they've probably fixed that in this new one, just knowing Heidi, she doesn't like anything to cut into her lats. So I bet that's changed. And then it also runs more true to size. Right now, this one runs just a little bit on the snug side, but overall, love this bra. Great coverage. I'm really excited to have them bring it back, especially with the changes to the Rosa bra. With that one getting a little bit less coverage, still having a nice full coverage bra like this is really great to have. All right, next up for the Dream Heather pieces, we have the Dream Heather leggings. I was not a fan of these when these first launched in the Genesis collection at the beginning of last year, but apparently they changed in the fall capsule and I did not try them. So if you liked them in the fall capsule, you'll like them this time. But these are made of that Dream Heather fabric. They're a high rise, double thickness waistband. The waistband is tapered. They have a soft V front, no front seam, and then these actually got switched to a triangle gusset now. They're listed as a 26-inch inseam, but I actually measured 27 inches. They used to be 24 inches, which crime. And then in the back, we have the tonal silicone logo. We have the curved glute seams, and these do have an elastic up the back rise for a little bit of glute separation. Quick comparison between these and the OG Dream Heather leggings. The OGs had about half an inch shorter of a rise, but they came up a lot less just because of the fabric. The fabric is just a little bit better now. They used to also have an oval gusset and the more small, delicate style seams rather than the thicker flat lock seams. They honestly did not fit me well the first round, so when I put these on, I was so pleasantly surprised. I love how these fit. These fit a lot more similarly to the Dream Heather flare leggings. Comparing the new Dream Heathers to the Dream Heather flares, they have the same rise height, that same tapered waistband, but they do have slightly different seams. The Dream Heather flares do have that more delicate style seam. These have the slightly thicker flat lock seams. Flares also have a side seam, which these do not. This is how you know it's lunchtime. All the cats come up and show me some love because they want their lunch. I'm gonna give you your lunch, kid, okay? Anyways, let's try these on. Okay, these are the updated Dream Heather leggings. I wore these to the gym the other day, and from the second I put these on, this is how they should have fit the first time. The first time I got these, they were just not it. I literally have not worn them since. These are a legging where the fit is just dialed in. It's perfect. It hits me right where I want it to. It's not causing me any camel toe. I went to the gym, I worked out, we had no problems. They just did what they were supposed to do. They're flattering. These turned from like a least favorite legging to a top pick. So we have a high rise. They hit right at the smallest point of my waist. It is a little bit tapering though, so if you have a larger waist for your size, keep that in mind. You may feel more comfortable in a size up. We have that slight V of the waistband, no front seam, and like I said, I'm not getting any crotch tension. Lately with Buffbunny, I've been having some camel problems. No camel problems this launch. Thank God. These also have no side seam, so they're just a very simple legging. They almost kind of remind me of a Rosa legging in that way, that they just have very minimal seams. Actually, more like a Rebel legging. These kind of are like a Rebel legging shape, except not quite as high. And then in the back, the seams do go above the glutes. We have that hidden scrunch. Medium to high on the booty scale. They're just perfectly contouring the glutes. A little bit more on the regular to long glute friendly side, so if you have shorter glutes, just keep that in mind. These might come up a little bit high for you. We have that tonal silicone branding. These have about a medium compression. They just give you a good amount of hold. A little bit of cellulite coverage because of that marl. It's going to be a little bit less in these lighter colors. But even though I'm getting that nice hold, I'm not getting any restriction out of these. Whatever they did to change the fabric slightly is just really working. And then the full length view, like I said, I measured about a 27-inch inseam. So these are actually a nice length, and they have some vertical stretch as well. So I can't wait for my Dream Heather sports bra to match with this, and very happy with the changes that we've made to these leggings. Again, they went from a least favorite to something I'm actually going to reach for. And finally, for the Dream Heather, we have the Dream Heather 7-inch shorts. So these have the exact same structure as the Dream Heather leggings we just talked about. They have the slight V, no front seam, triangle gusset, slightly curved glute seams, scrunch up the back rise. But these are a 7-inch inseam short, and they have some good stretch to the bottom of the short. I love between a 5 and a 7-inch short, all for different occasions. So let's try these on. All right, here are the Dream Heather 7-inch shorts. We have that high rise. Hits right at the small of my waist, kind of just barely covers the belly button. This does have a tapered waistband like the leggings, so it is quite tapered. If you don't like a really tapered waistband or you're nervous about it cutting in, I would size up. We have that slight V front. We have no front seam. These are a 7-inch inseam, so they do have quite a different look compared to the 6-inch legacy shorts. Just kind of look like normal shorts on me. These are more bordering on a bike short, so just keep that in mind. They still have some good give around the thigh area, so nice and thick thigh friendly, and about a light to medium compression. Super flattering on the glutes. The seams go just right above the hip bones in the back. Then you do have that elastic up the back rise, gives you a little glute separation. A little bit of cellulite coverage with the marl of the fabric. Like the leggings, these do have a longer back rise, so if you have very short glutes, just keep that in mind. So yeah, I really like these. I like that they're a little bit of a longer option. I think the waist is maybe a teeny bit too tapered, even as someone who has a smaller waist. I just feel like it could be let out just like half an inch. And our last active piece, we have the bend and snap dresses. I had to get two because these are the colors that I wanted so badly to come in my launch, and we're finally getting them because you guys loved the bend and snap dress just like me. The bend and snap dress is unchanged from my collab, except it's only coming in the regular length. The short length was very, very short before. The length is the same as last time. I measured 24.5 inches from the neckline to the hemline on a size small. It does get a little bit longer as the sizes go up. This is made of the Perform fabric, so it is a sleek performance material. Here's a quick up close of the fabric. The Perform fabric is a sleek performance, but it's matte, it's not shiny. Anyways, we have a square neckline. This is a fit and flare shape, so the top is nice and snug along your rib cage, along your bust, and then it flares away. It also has these flattering little corset seam details that kind of come in and then go out with the skirt. The straps are adjustable. It also has a little oval cutout in the back. It has removable cups with an underbust elastic, so this is not like a full detached shelf bra, but it does have the elastic in the underbust to give you a little bit more support there. And then it does have that full inner bodysuit with no front seam, 4-inch inseam, and pockets on either side. And by the time I post this video, this dress will already be restocked on the Buffbunny website in enchanted teal, lover pink, and lipstick red. So this just makes me so happy to know that one of my favorite pieces that I played a part in designing, like this is the active active dress of my dreams, and Buffbunny is now bringing it back in so many colors because you guys loved it so much. So just makes me so happy. I could wear this every day. Okay, so you can really see the kind of fit and flare goes a little bit above my natural waist, and then it's almost like a circle skirt type effect. On the top, we have this square neckline, about a medium to medium full coverage. I never fall out of this one. And you do have that elastic band. You can kind of see it from the outside, but I appreciate just the little bit of under bust support that it gives. I also do find this one to be long torso friendly and love that the straps are adjustable. I do tighten them up quite a bit so that I can get some lift out of the top there. And it has a little oval open back. This is the regular length of the skirt. It does cover the shorts well. It's not the longest. I would have liked maybe a slightly longer option as well, but this is the original length. Like before, we do have a full built-in bodysuit on the inside with no front seam and a 4-inch inseam on the shorts. I do get a little bit of rolling occasionally because it is 4 inches, but if it was any longer, you might see the shorts under the skirt. And then we have these nice spacious side pockets where you can fit a full phone, anything you need. Overall, this one is very true to size. I think the top runs a little bit bigger than the bottom. So some of my smaller cup size girlies don't fill out the top quite as much. So just keep that in mind. Personally, I'm a small top and bottom. It fits me all perfectly. If I had to go with one size, I'd probably choose my bottom size just because it's a little more snug on the bottom there and you do have some control with those straps to tighten. So anyways, so glad we have this in more colors now. It's also coming in vapor if you don't want quite as bright of a purple, but I think this is going to be so cute for the summer. And one final note, especially for my smaller cup sizes, is you can get like a little bit of puckering at the top of the dress. Really like only when I'm like trying to. It's not something that really bothers me a lot, but if you're really bringing your arms forward, like you can sometimes get this in more square neck tops. That can be a problem, but also how cute is the yellow? All right, our final pieces. I think I'm yapping too much in this video because I thought it was gonna be short. I guess not. We have the V-neck pump cover. We have seen this before. It's true to size for a relaxed fit, and it's made of this ultra flowy viscose spandex blend. I love a nice slouchy, flowy tee like this to just throw on at the gym. You can kind of pull it off the shoulder to show your sports bra a little bit, but it's got this big V-neck. She's oversized. Let's just try it on real quick. All right, here we are with the V-neck pump cover. This is a size small, and I think it's just the perfect amount of oversized for me. I don't like to be swimming in things, but I like a little bit of a flowy oversized fit. So you can wear this as like a deep V-neck in the front and just kind of have it be like this. I like to wear mine off the shoulder, and it's perfect for this outfit combo, showing a little peep of the yellow sports bra. Another thing I like about this top is that it stays away from the pits. So you're never worried about getting like pit stains or anything. So you can still sweat in this. It just doesn't show very much because it's just not touching in those areas where it normally would be. It is a full length top. It does go slightly over the hips. So if you want it to kind of be hiding that lower tummy area, it does flow right over. And then you can also wear this with the regular crew neck in front if you prefer. So if you don't want that V-neck in the front, you can wear it reversed, and then you have that little V in the back. So if you want it to be super oversized, I would recommend sizing up, but I prefer materials like this for my pump covers just because I like the flow to it. It almost just like kind of elevates the look a little bit rather than the stiff cotton, but it's all just personal preference. Some people like just like a regular tee. They're also launching the Definition long sleeve. This is just a classic tee fit, 100% cotton graphic tee. I did not get this one, but expect a classic tee fit. So size up a few sizes if you want it to be super oversized, but you definitely can stick true to size. And the last piece is the cutest little bag I've ever seen. This is the Pillow Mini Tote. It's made of this like soft shell jacket material. It feels like a down pillow on the inside. It's made of polyester, but it has that like down pillow feel. She's super tiny. She's super cute. I'll have to see if I can fit my Kindle in this. Anyways, I'll put the dimensions of this on the screen, but it just has little straps. It has this almost like floral style design embroidered onto the fabric. It does fit my Kindle, which is perfect. It comes with a detachable shoulder strap as well. The full length of this goes to 52 inches, but it's adjustable and it clips on diagonally. If you prefer more of a crossbody situation, then the inside has a zippered pocket, then also card slots, and then it's just open in the middle. I think this bag is super cute, but I would have liked it to be a little bit bigger. Like the size of my Game Changer mini tote would have been perfect. And it does come in the black and the sunshine yellow as well. So I just think that's really cute. Okay guys, that is everything launching in the One More collection. Even though there weren't that many pieces, I feel like I still managed to make this video quite long, so thanks for sticking through it. Again, this is launching on Saturday, February 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Time, and you can use my code Kathryn for 10% off. I did just want to mention a few pieces that just recently restocked on the Buffbunny website. They restocked on Monday, February 10th. Like I said before, we had the bend and snap dresses in enchanted teal, lipstick red, and lover pink. We also have just your classic legacy leggings in enchanted teal, grounds, which is a brown, lipstick red, mocha berry, and venom, legacy 6-inch shorts in cold brew and mocha berry, the sway shorts in lipstick red, buttercup sports bra in enchanted teal, and the candid crosswaist leggings in enchanted teal. Those final two were also from my Buffbunny collab. I do recommend sizing up in the candid crosswaist leggings. I wear a medium and it fits me much better than a small. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave your questions down below and I'll see you next time. Bye!